what I feel with Gift is what we're doing is just unique. It's unique in our community. It's just beautiful. We're helping those in need. We're creating givers amongst young people in the community. It's the most fantastic feeling.
It's for the community, from the community. I think that it involves young and old, young in the packaging, perhaps the older in the distributing. Everybody's involved in every level. And all that can come out of it is good and more good.
Ten years ago, I contacted Naftali Schiff. I felt I needed to do something within the community. I wanted to make a difference. At the time, he happened to be starting up a charity where young people would be encouraged to make a difference. My particular motivation was seeing my children and children around me with so much. They had time, loads of time on their hands, resources, and they didn't have an opportunity to give their time and resources to others.
Gift set us up with his family in Edgware. So the family is really lovely. The mother has multiple sclerosis and is blind, and there's 2 children. The little boy is about 9 and he has ADHD. It's the loveliest kid in the world. The little girl is so sweet. She's about 6. She's just like gives you big hugs and she's just so cute. The husband isn't in the scene, and yes, so every week we go in and help and we try to make their lives a little bit better.
I've been registered blind for almost 9 years, and one of the things for a disabled mummy, well, me in particular, I really didn't want my children to miss out on anything, and homework help was massive. So Gift had been amazing because they actually listened to the needs of my family. They each had their own helper and just worked so beautifully.
We could see like a progression, like a massive improvement from when we came in the beginning to when we left, and it's like really fulfilling just to see that you're helping, because the mother obviously couldn't do it really on her own. So I think we really made a big impact in them. It was really fulfilling, and I literally can't remember the time when I wasn't doing Gift. Like it just feels
it's
like
made an impact on us, I think, definitely. Because we definitely want to come back and do it again.
I think it's fantastic that a charity that empowers young people is around. And they're not teaching children the only way that you can give is to give tzedakah, money. You can also give tzedakah as time, and I think that that's a massive life lesson.
It's put things into perspective for me that not everything is as easy for some people and others, and therefore if I can give to people, I'll try to give as much as I can.
I'd say the most important thing out of the Gift project that I personally have learned is no matter what you do, and no matter where you are, you can always give charity, you can always give.
Seeing the pupils get so hands-on in working with Gift and producing things that they know is going to be really needed is something extraordinary. And so that's why we're absolutely delighted to work with Gift, and it's one of our key community partners, and long may it continue.
My group is going to build a greenhouse from plastic bottles for our school, and what we make we hope to donate to Jewish families who can't afford Friday night dinners, and once a week try and give them something.
Also the fact that at the beginning we pulled all this effort in, at the end Rabbi Z showed us all the effect that we'd had and all the effect that all the things that we'd done had had, and it wasn't just doing something and it goes off. You really saw the beginning to the end, the finished product, and what we were able to do and how much our time actually meant, and it made us feel special. It made us feel good about what we were actually doing.
There's 2 approaches to creating a giver. There's, on the one side, we need to have actions, and on the other side needs to be education. So Gift is about coupling together actions and education, bringing together to create that person who is a giver. It's far more than just the mere doing random acts of kindness. It's about becoming a giving person.
At the front of our school, we have a big book saying Gift, and we get lots of different presents and toys that we don't want anymore, and we send them to, we put them in the box and they send them to children who are in hospital and don't have any gifts. And it makes me feel like quite proud, because it means I have the privilege of making other children in hospital happier. And like when you see the box at the front of your school, you feel like how much of a difference this is going to make to children. When gifts come at Hanukkah time, we donate some of our presents to them, and everyone's encouraged to give something, even so from nursery to year 6. And it's really sweet because everyone knows that sometimes that everyone's a child and everyone should at least deserve to have a toy even if they're ill.
I think it's important to give because you're not the only one in the world, because there are other people that can't afford your equipment that you have in your house. And so, like some sick children in Israel that want to play a game may not have something or some food. So if you give, then they will have, and they'll be happy as well.
I decided to make my own charity called Step Up, which collects and redistributes shoes to Israel, people in the community and people all around. The gift warehouse is where we store all our shoes, and we also have an office in the gift warehouse. The vision for Step Up is to be a worldwide charity that distributes shoes to all over the world.
It gave the bat mitzvah much more meaning, and it gave another dimension to it, and it made it not about the presents and not about the party. It made it about the spiritual side of giving and doing something a little bit more. It made it a lot more meaningful.
The impact has been tremendous. The feedback, the thrill when you see kids who have now been involved and the youth who have actually done a session, every single time they do a hands-on event, they start saying, you know what, I always thought giving was just about cash and I didn't have any cash. And to be able to change that fundamental concept to realize, no, giving is about the actions. It brings people to life. You can see the spark in their eyes when they're realizing, wow, giving, it's a whole different experience.
For my son, it was eye-opening to realise that there were many families who had so little, and it was also very important for him to realise that he could make a difference, not by giving money that I'd given him to give, but actually giving his time and understanding what he was doing and who it was helping. So I'm absolutely delighted to say that I think GIFT have done a wonderful job, and they really are providing a generation of children who will understand the meaning of charity.
The schools are asking for more sessions. Every single school I'm in are saying, what more can we give? And we're limited. We're limited by resources. We're limited on staff members. We've just now brought someone else in, but it's not enough. And still the schools are knocking and they're saying, we need more staff. We want more from you. So from their side, they're open. Why are we not giving it to them? Because we don't have the manpower.
What we endeavour to do with GIFT is to provide an opportunity for those people who have excess food, have surplus food in their homes, in the shops, in their simchas, to redistribute that food to those who don't have.
We each get one fruit or vegetable, and when the bag comes to us, we have to put it in our vegetable or fruit inside the bag.
In here, there's a lot of people who have dry food, which you have a bag, you start from, then you work your way along. Like you start with pasta, then you get to sweets.
I think that food poverty is a real issue at the moment in the UK, particularly at the moment, and we are, as a team, noticing more and more people who are in need of food, and that's why we make a referral to GIFT, and we think what GIFT do is really valuable.
I moved away from Hendon. I had 4 children and my marriage broke down and things were really tough. And out of the blue I got a phone call from Michelle asking me would I like help, and it came at the most amazing time when I was sort of hit rock bottom. When you haven't got much money and you're going around the shop and you've got, you know, X amount of money, and then the worst thing is putting stuff on the till, and then you get to the point where you've reached your budget and you have to start putting things back. That is the most humiliating thing that I've been through in the supermarket, literally trying not to cry and putting things back because I can't afford them.
So many thousands of people are really struggling. They're struggling with their health, they're struggling with their marriages, they're struggling with, you know, putting a basic meal on the table for their children, providing their basic needs. That's very hard to hear that. And we have limited resources. You know, families will phone us up and say, you know, please, can we have an extra parcel of food this week? You know, we're helping thousands of people, helping almost 2,000 people every single week with food parcels. A lot of them need more, and we can only help them in a finite way. That's very hard to have to turn people down.
It's important for us to make sure that we invest in the next generation, and they can be there for others. We live in such a selfish society, and if we can educate our own children and make them understand the importance of giving their time to others people that need it, people that aren't as fortunate as themselves, what better thing is there than that?